Hello. Hello, welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Technical issue solved. Okay, here we go. Thank you for your patience with me this morning. Sorry about that. Very quickly, hello, I'm here 365 days of the year. You can't get rid of me. Sometimes I'm late when I have technical issues, but you can't get rid of me. Try as you might. I take your questions out of the chat just before I come on. Just throw your questions in the chat before noon, usually noon, Chicago time. And I read on them to the best of my ability. Just reading on the collective energy. This is not 100% accurate. Doesn't work that way. But it's interesting the insights we can get. And this is also just kind of a... it's also kind of a hangout live stream. Because we have a lot of people here who feel the same way and actually believe in, I don't know, democracy, rule of law, those crazy little old-fashioned ideas. So 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org. It supplies food to food banks across the country. And that is the whole time the channel's been going. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe. Thank you. And we have an amazing community because of you. Thank you. All right. Do you guys remember? Reach way back into your memory banks. Let me stop this screen so I can share. Do you remember? Chrome tab. These guys. Dumb ways to die. Oh my gosh, Judy, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. It was, I believe, Australian, but it was basically it was for the, correct me if I'm wrong, it was for Australian Rail, and it was basically, don't get on the tracks, don't do dumb stuff. And these are all these really stupid, they try to make it funny and silly, and ways that are dumb ways to die. And it became a viral hit a number of years ago. There's a video on YouTube of it, and they dance. As a matter of fact, let me share. My favorite one was it was something like selling your own kidneys or something. And he had this little dance, which I always. So many dumb ways to die. Yeah. I'll have to find the link for you guys. Anyway, where am I? I need to shut this one down. Okay, let me close that. So that's what came to mind this morning when I woke up, rolled over, picked up my phone, opened the Apple News app like I do every morning, and there it was. Donald Trump, deposed by Leticia James, pleaded the fifth. Didn't answer a single question. Pleaded the fifth. Whew. As a matter of fact, he didn't just plead the fifth. He was in New York for, 3 days? And in those 3 days, he was supposed to be getting ready for this deposition. Of course, the raid of Mar-a-Lago happened, but in 3 days. And apparently, he must have done so badly that his lawyers said, no, just plead the fifth. After 3 days. 3 days. So what did he do? He came in, he pled the fifth, he turned around, and he walked out. Dumb ways to legally die. So many dumb ways to legally die. Usually he's the dumb ways to lie. Yes, Lisa Graham, he did the mobster mash. He did the mash. He did the mobster mash. Oh my gosh. Oh. Only people who are guilty plead the fifth. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh. Dumb ways to legally die. In criminal cases, pleading the fifth cannot be used against you. In civil cases, yes, it can. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, and I don't know if the question's here. I don't know if it's here or not, but just also one other thing. Back to the Mar-a-Lago thing, I just want to make sure you guys are aware of this. The whole mishandling classified documents was a misdemeanor until Trump came in. He made it a felony. Take that, Hillary Clinton. This is so serious. Son, you done played yourself. It was a misdemeanor until he made it a felony. And then he mishandled classified documents. Oh, so dumb ways to legally die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Oh man. Okay. So the first question, as a shock to absolutely no one, Trump pleaded the fifth it wasn't actually repeatedly in his deposition with Attorney General James. Did he answer anything at all? I heard, let me just pull 3 cards on this because I heard he didn't, but let me just see. Did he just come in? I plead the fifth. Actually, I think he had to read the whole stupid statement. You know, that whole, in accordance to I plead the fifth. Share screen. Cards. I just pulled the 3 of Wands, Justice, and Lovers. In other words, what you do will come back to haunt you. Justice is right in the middle. And then we have the Lovers card. Eric pleaded the fifth. Ivanka and Junior did not. Just saying. It doesn't matter. What this feels like is it doesn't matter. It would have been nice if it actually answered questions. It would have been nice if, but he didn't. And yeah. He's done. It's done. She does not need his testimony to have him held accountable. Let's put it that way. Okay. Glenn, okay, at 9:45. Yeah, I'll say 9:45. Glenn Kirschner pointed out that pleading the fifth to keep from incriminating himself can be used against him in civil cases. Will this happen? I think that the paperwork itself is going to tell the tale. He opens his mouth and he can't help but lie, because he says what he thinks reality should be. Because he's got some twisted Norman Peale idea that, well, whatever he just thinks hard enough and just says that that's how it is, that that's what will manifest. And yeah, no, no. Oh boy. Communication. Legal pain. Messages. They have the paperwork. They've seen the plan. They saw him do this over and over and over. As a matter of fact, in 2007 deposition, and why something wasn't done about this in the last 15 years, I don't know. But Trump said that he values the property that, like the whatever Springs property that was in New York, where he said it was worth this and then it was worth that, depending on whether it was for taxes or it was for the bank loans as collateral on bank loans. He said, well, it was wildly undervalued. And it's like, well, so what do you base the valuation of the property on? He said, my feelings. Is there any actual anything else you base the valuation of these properties on? He said, oh, no, I don't think so. 15 years later, he's only getting in trouble for this now? Really? Really? But talk about a history. Legally, it feels like he tripped, fell, and then he fell on his face, and then all the legal metaphysical swords fell in his back. And there's more to come. Legally, this is going to be Trump for a long time. That's what I get. All right. So 12:30. Trump allies are scrambling to figure out if someone flipped on him ahead of the raid. Are they justified in thinking this? Really? Sorry, here's just, it's not working with me today. Okay, there we go. It's better. Did someone flip on Trump ahead of the raid? Why would they need to? Democrats. Those nice little librarians at the there are records of things. And if something is made super duper top secret, people know that. There's no betrayal here. There's just, he thought he could do whatever he wanted to, and he came under judgment. Those nice people at the National Archives, he kept hold of some of the stuff, but those nice people just said, hey. Tristris says, I heard the Secret Service snitched on him. I don't know about that. Yeah, yes, Mel, librarian, silent, deadly serious, sneak up on you. Yeah. Kristen, I saw that pay dirt. Congress finally gets its hands on Donald Trump's tax returns. Have they actually been turned over? I thought that it would go to appeal. Have you heard? Okay, so apparently this is. Kristen says, breaking, 2 senior government officials revealed that the FBI raid on Mar-a-Lago was based on intelligence provided by an inside informant who identified the classified documents that Trump stole and told agents where to find them. Really? All I can guess is maybe it's somebody who worked there. I'm not getting betrayal here. Somebody who was there. Well, they're definitely raining on his parade. He's a bully. I guess that's who the magician is here. I'm just... There's something about money. Not enough money. If Trump had given this person more money, it wouldn't have happened. Oh, and it's definitely... I keep thinking maybe this isn't as... People are trying to downplay this on the right. But I keep getting really serious cards for what's going to come out of this raid and what Trump did. Ian McGrath says there's been an undercover FBI agent working there for a very long time. That would make more sense. Oh, maybe that's it. I've got an investigation here. Well, I guess that's it. I guess I'm just not picking up on it. Yeah, I'm not picking up on it. I'm picking up on people around Trump who would have done a lot more to protect the stuff, who would have done more for him if he had paid them more. I'm just not seeing it, but I could be wrong. All right. All right, well, let's see what else we've got here. Where was I here? In the... Oh, thank you, Pamela. Thank you. Your reveal. Okay. Elizabeth's saying there can't be a betrayal of the betrayer in chief, only a reveal. Rasslin Reed says you have to have loyalty first to betray. Just Joy, was something on Alex Jones's phone. Oh, we're going to hear about Alex Jones's phone. I don't think I've got any questions on it today, though, I'm afraid. Mel Broussard says, I bet there's more than one. Have to keep an eye on all of the Russian and Chinese spies that come there. Yeah, well, that too. Yes, Anne, the GQP is so offended. Must defund the FBI now. Dwight is saying, I heard the Secret Service turned Trump in, so the FBI raided. Tiffany Lilly, Jeffrey Epstein ties. I don't believe that's what this is about. And Rasson reads, makes sense. An undercover agent has no loyalty for betrayal. Okay. And yes, Electrostorm, thank you. Yeah, I do have 1 hour at most here from right now. All right, so All right. Well, Dwight is saying rumor is the FBI did the raid because Trump gave information to the Saudis at the golf tournament. At the LIV golf tournament. Let's throw that in quickly. 2030. If I put it in the right place and actually save this, raid, because Trump gave Saudis information at the golf tournament. Look. Holly and France says 2 senior governor officials reveal the raid is based on intelligence from inside informant who ID'd classified documents 45 stole and told agents where to find them. Okay. Mel Broussard says the FBI should have raided all of this all at the same time. Mar-a-Lago, Trump Tower, Bedminster. Well, they had to have some kind of, they had to say specifically what they were looking for, where they were looking. But yes, that's a point, Joanne. It was not a raid. I think we're just using it as an easy term, but it was perfectly lawful and clear and limited. So did Donald Trump, did he give information he shouldn't have to the Saudis at the golf tournament? Interesting. Well, I think he does just in general because he keeps running his mouth. I mean, come on. Yeah, he's made best buddies with the Saudis. There's a lot of information that they want. There's a lot of information that he walked away with. He's just sitting on the stuff. He runs his mouth. I don't think it was just that golf tournament. But there's bigly justice coming for Trump. Big, because there were plans on what to do with this stuff. Plus the idea of going back to get the stuff from him was to stop him from just having made copies. You know? There's a lot. There's a lot against Trump. So, yeah, the Saudis putting so much money into Kirschner and Trump and what have you. When they're out of power, it's suspicious. So, okay. At 24 minutes, and thank you guys for being here with me. All right, 24. You had a question. It's difficult to believe that every Senate Republican is still in lockstep with Trumpism. Will any begin breaking away and start publicly attacking this destructive mindset? Well, they already are. I mean, to some extent. I think that's and start publicly attacking this destructive mindset. All right, but let's look in general. What the Republicans are going to, are they going to start peeling off from the cult? Republicans in the Senate. Once things get serious enough legally, There's a lot going on. There's Georgia, Lindsey Graham. There's the insurrection. There's who knows what else. And they've been, because the base has been so rabid, that's the group on the far right, because they have been so rabid, the Republicans have decided, you know what, okay, maybe I don't believe everything that's that extreme, but hey, this is what it takes to be in power. This is so, I'm going to stay a Republican and do whatever. But I've got a big old justice card coming and a giant, showy law enforcement, legal, could be, from everything from January 6th to things like this raid that happened. That's coming. And they are going to be like, maybe I could give you just a little bit of something. Maybe if you, go easy on me, maybe I could share a little something to, because the corruption was deep. So just wait, just give it time. That's the great thing about these idiots is they're not profiles in courage. So, okay. At 27. So Kristen had a question. And thank you, Kristen, for uncovering the news. So when did the DOJ start treating the removal of classified documents as a felony anyway? Answer, when President Trump signed a 2018 law making it a felony. How bad is he regretting that now? Well, or specifically, how badly is he going to regret that in the relative near future? Felony, you say? Felony. Downplayed yourself. He's barely in this reading. There's Howling at the Moon at the beginning. And there's Howling at the Moon, and then there's his lawyers working, trying to sort things out. Republicans aren't in any position to go change the law suddenly, quickly, retroactively, which I don't believe for a second they wouldn't do. They're not in a position to do it, but all the rest, this is Trump's usual cracking the whip, and all these idiots say how high, he says jump, they say how high. The rest of this, it's just hope, strength, scrutiny, partnership of forces against Trump, and above board, revealed out in the sun. So, Trumpy Trump. Actually, I'm going to try my cards. My hands have been a little bit stronger. I'm going to give it a whirl. I miss my cards. I miss my nails. I know it's a small thing in the universe, but I miss my nails. They're fun. I enjoy them. But anyway. How much is Trumpy Trump going to regret that he made this a felony? Oh, I'm sorry. That's just so funny. Gently, gently, gently. Okay. Oh, boy. Ian says FBI raids Mar-a-Lago. Next day, Scott Perry's phone is seized. All right. right. Donald Trump, are you going to be convicted of the felony you created the law for? Oh, chef's kiss. Mwah. Thank you, Anne. Polly Wanda says, delighting in Trump's misery is my favorite pastime. Oh, yes, the Schadenfreude. We need champagne glasses for the Schadenfreude. Okay, he might regret it considering the card for the reading is justice. This thing's probably dusty. All right. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's quite the message. He decided. He knew it was a felony, and he still decided to walk off with it because laws don't apply to him, and he's expecting them to slap on the wrist. Who cares? Laws don't apply to me. Evidence. He walked off with the messages, the paperwork, the messages he shouldn't have. Evidence. He made the decision. He doesn't think laws apply to him. Is he going to be disabused of that notion? Oh boy. Oh gosh. Miss Cat M, did you see the email Lawrence O'Donnell got from Trump yesterday asking for $45? No. And it says you may need to do some hand exercises so it doesn't get too stiff. Yes. Yes. Mishandling of classified documents is a felony. Felony. Queen of Wands. So it isn't just him, it's the people who looked at them, used them. Who else looked at them, used them? They're members of Trump's family. Yeah, all of the little perks and getting away with everything, those days are over for Trump. Thief card. Ten of Swords. Sitting pretty. Burden. All the things that he thought he could do because he's all that. Possibly perhaps some business practices that he pleaded the fifth to this morning. Quite the burden. All the metaphorical legal swords. Kerchunk. Thief card. Mwah. It is a thing of beauty. Kathy Delisle says the way to consume Schadenfreude is by the pint with mates. There you go. Yes, Cindy Lou, I love how Polly Wanda thinks. Yes. Oh, Tasha Monroe, had to hop on a quick video meeting, but I'm back. What did I miss? Oh, Trump done played himself. Okay. 34 and a bit. 34:15. If New York DA Alvin Bragg has no case, why is Trump taking the fifth with Leticia James? Thank you. Thank you, Kristen. Yes. If there's no case, coward. But I've picked up before that once Leticia James starts having real success, he's going to go, oh, wait, this is a slam dunk. I could look really great with no risk to myself, because that's really what you should be doing as the DA in Manhattan. Tasha Monroe says that dude is owned by somebody. Something. Okay. It's going to happen with Coward Bragg. This case of Coward Bragg. Our democracy's on the line. All of that lawbreaking, alleged lawbreaking, but all of that evidence, and he's just like, oh, I don't think we can win. Three of Cups. Well, the first successes aren't going to come from you. Page of Swords. Oh, are you afraid Trump would bully you? Or Trump's people would bully you? Mm-hmm. Eight of Swords. Page of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Ten of Swords. Oh, eventually. Oh, okay. He's being bullied but oh, wait. This is the corrupt businessman and Trump getting in trouble. Huh. Unbelievable. But next we're going to ask about Trump ally Representative Scott Perry. Chariots. There's so much legal stuff coming for Trump. About his victory. Queen of Pentacles. Two of Wands. Profile and Courage, DA Bragg. He's not going to be the first out of the gate. He's dragging his feet. Yeah, prosecutor, my eye. Thank you, Judy. Julie Robinette, you keep pulling that Nine of Swords. How lovely. All right, at 38. Well, let's look at Trump ally Representative Scott Perry had his cell phone confiscated by the FBI. Is this related to the Florida raid on January 6th or something else? Well, let's ask the great Google. Republican congressman says FBI seized his cell phone. January 6th panel shows Scott Perry text urging Meadows to promote Jeffrey Clark. Yep. So just having a quick look to see if there's anything else. No, there's not. Okay. So Perry. Tasha Monroe says Perry was one of the GOP who refused to be interviewed by the January 6th committee. Yeah. Ian McGrath says 10 hours after the raid, he got his phone seized. They did it quickly so he could not get rid of stuff, in my humble opinion. Let me ask, but I really do think the raid on Mar-a-Lago was about classified documents, and Perry's phone was being seized was more about January 6th, or the lead up to it. Incognitouser, welcome back, Hand. Hope you're feeling better. You look it. Thank you. I'm about to go back to the app. Actually, this hurts, but I need to use it. Scott Perry. Got your phone seized, huh? Oh, that's a shame. You know what happened if the FBI seized my phone? Oh, look, it's another picture of the cat. Oh, look, there's stuff here about running a small business. Hermit. Well, you have to understand the January 6th stuff in the DOJ dealing with the January 6th stuff. They are parallel, and they're both ongoing. So, it's 10 hours apart, but I'm not convinced they're related. But we'll see what the cards say. Strength. Hanged Man. Oh, Perry, you are in so much trouble. 6 of Cups. King of Pentacles. Evidence. Strength. Oh, you're in trouble, dude. Oh boy. It's the Hermit is the card for the reading. So that's Major Arcana. Strength and the Hanged Man, Major Arcana. This is his position. This is the DOJ. I wonder if the DOJ is... No, they probably wouldn't share too much information with the committee. But, and this is evidence. Gathering evidence on this guy. I think this does have to do with trying to overthrow the election. Oh, Just Joy. MSNBC reporting new details into the Mar-a-Lago search. Oh, Just Joy. Do let us know, please. Tasha says, nah, DOJ would remain independent of Jan 6, but I think J6 shares with them sometimes. Yeah. So, Scott Perry, got your phone, huh? Queen of Pentacles. So, Meadows and, yeah. 2 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Strength. This is him. Again, this is him. Legal decision he made. Strength against him. It's just more evidence. I don't think it's related to the I don't think it's related to what Trump the raid on Mar-a-Lago. But yeah, it's the DOJ, and they're saying, gimme. All right, so let me see. Is this still working? Thank you, Azalea. Pamela Bryant says, Perry was so naive. He never thought his phone would be seized. He is, after all, a Trumper and above the law. Well, that's what they all think. Mm-hmm. All right, we are at 45 minutes in. Liz Cheney. Liz Cheney bought ad time on Fox to play ads where her father talks smack about Trump. How is that going over? Hang on. I hit the button. Add to stream. Yeah, this ended. I've got to back out. Dumb ways to lie. So many dumb ways to lie. All right, starting broadcast. All righty, add to stream. Here we go. 45:45. Liz Cheney bought ad time on Fox to play ad where father talks smack about Trump. How is that going over? How is that going over? They're all mad at her. Oh, she's a thief. She betrayed MAGA world. She's going to have a bumpy road. She's going to get a lot of goodwill from from Democrats at some point here, which she will then proceed to set on fire, but metaphorically. But her fortune is changed. I've got a thief card. I've got her political career would be swords. That's quiet as a tomb. We're happy about her being on the January 6th committee, and they're doing a lot of good work, but it weakens her. And out in America, it looks more and more like she's going to get hung out to dry. Or, like Ms. Cat M said it all at once, going over like a lead balloon. Yeah. Kathy Delisle says Tuesday is her primary. Yeah. Ooh. More information from Kristen. Thank you. Breaking news. Trump used an obscure taxpayer-funded office to attack New York Attorney General Tish James on the morning her office deposed him. Do we know what that means? Lucky girl, have you looked into small business health insurance? Oftentimes they offer group insurance for other small business people. I should do that. Thank you for the suggestion. Julie Robinette is saying, well, she didn't support the impeachment, so there's that. Yeah, but I don't think it's going to save her. Ken's asking, can you ask your spirit guides if Mount Green is evil? I just do political readings. Sorry. Oh, boy. Tish L says, CNN says Trump is still in the deposition 5+ hours. Wonder if his lawyers are trying to work a deal. Really? So wait, yeah, she's in trouble. That's the upshot here. Hang on a second. So he didn't walk out? Really? Oh, it was Pamela Bryant's suggestion. I just reposted it. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you, lucky girl. Oh, Marjorie Trader. I don't know. But anyway, hang on. Let me look up what's going on with Trump. Trump deposition. Trump takes a Fifth Amendment. Live updates. Trump indicates he pleaded the Fifth in deposition. That was 3 hours ago. That's past tense. CBS News, Trump says he took the Fifth in deposition. So he arrived, but then it's past tense, he invoked. He said in a statement Wednesday that he invoked the Fifth Amendment during his deposition under oath. So, I don't know. It says it's in past tense, so you guys tell me. Electra Storm says a TV camera showed him walking away. I am so confused. Okay. Kevin says Leticia probably wants him to plead the fifth on every question. Well, yeah. Yeah. Azalea says, but he probably had to go back. Okay. Lola Bell says, transiting Venus is conjunct Liz Cheney's son, August 16th. Typing with fingers crossed. For her to get back into office? Nuclear Magenta says, I thought you had to invoke it each time a question is asked. Yep. Kevin saying Don pleaded the fifth on hundreds of questions. Not this morning. Yeah. Tasha saying she needs to get it on the record for everything. Okay, well, it should be. Well, let's just go on to the next question. Yeah, he's supposed to answer every question, but doesn't mean he necessarily would. Oh, yeah, Junior pleaded the fifth. I thought it was Eric who pleaded the fifth, and it was Junior and Ivanka who didn't. Is that right? I can't remember. All right, 52. After Trump's no good, very bad Monday, how's he holding up? So, how's Trump holding up? How's he doing? How you doing, Trump? Actually, let's do a larger reading. Oh, Trumpy. Wine. Would you like some cheese with that wine? No one's ever been treated worse. Ever in the history of ever. He used to be the one with the bludgeon. But now there's a whole lot of legal mess coming down on his head. And his lawyers aren't protecting him, and the Republicans aren't protecting him, and nobody's, oh my gosh, nobody's protecting him. How dare he be held accountable? Base of this is Democrats legally starting to clean his clock. Hanging above him is serious legal jeopardy. Oh boy. In future, okay, good. The good news is we're going to see it. Yeah, Tasha, he's so whiny. Yeah. Home environment, Page of Cups. Well, home environment, that anybody who comes against him is a Democrat. And this is I get this card all the time for people underestimating the Democrats. And they were in his home environment. I know it was the FBI, fully legal search warrant, but that's not how he sees it. What other people see, yeah, he's got a lot on his plate. Let's put it that way. Final outcome, oh, he's got a plan. He's going to try to make money off of this. He's going to, I don't even know how he handles all the stuff that he handles. I really don't. I mean, I have to keep detailed to-do lists because I can't hold all the stuff in my head that I have to do. I don't understand this. Then again, I was asking a friend of mine the other day who I know was dealing with some people who, there have been some drug issues in the family and friends, and this person is clean, always has been. But I was asking this person, and, it's like, I'm running around and I'm doing all this stuff and I'm taking care of all my chores, and then I'm doing work, and then I'm juggling this. And I'm not married. I don't have kids. I do not understand how people who have this drug habit and are doing all this stuff, how they manage to function. I mean, I can barely function. And this person said, "You misunderstand. They're taking forms of speed. They become manic. They get a lot done." And then there's the other side of it. That's why the housewives in the 60s, why they were taking all that stuff, because had to keep the house clean and get everything cooked, and make sure the kids are in the laundry and the da 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 da. It's like, oh, okay. So I guess my problem is I'm sober all the time. Wheezy Squeezebot, crazy morning, 7 chicks hatched. Took a very long time to calm down the roosters. Aw, that's sweet. Thank you for sharing that, Wheezy Squeezebox. We need that little bit of positive. Little chicks. Okay, Kristen sharing an Eric Swalwell tweet. Since the FBI search of Mar-a-Lago, Trump, McCarthy, and MAGA Republicans are stoking violent rhetoric against lawmakers and law enforcement. Someone is going to get killed. Oh, listen to this death threat against my children. Oh, jeez. Dave, you'll always be protected. Oh, thank you, Dave. That's very sweet. Roxana Lee, mother's little helper. Yes. I hate to have to ask this, but I think I have to ask this. Refresh the page because the chat will never catch up otherwise. Oh my gosh, that's so sad. Okay, so I'm copying the tweet. Man, that's sick. Why would you threaten politicians with death? And secondly, why would you threaten children? Oh my gosh, how sick do you have to be? I mean, really. Listen to this threat against my children. Jeez. All right, so got this in the description box. You're great, Gussie. What is wrong with people? All right, at 59. All right, that's... I'm sorry, I'm trying to sort this out. All right. This poor thing. I think we should ask Swalwell in particular, and, well, let's ask Swalwell, and then we'll ask about safety of other politicians. Okay. 59:45. Let's read on Swalwell. The threats against Swalwell. How sick is that? Thank you, lucky girl. Oh, Kristen, details. No. It's vile. It's vile. Oh, Oh, all right. Swalwell and your family, will you be safe? Yes, but if he's expecting or hoping the threats will be tempered, there's more coming. There's more coming. Thief card. Thief card. MAGAs are upset because Republicans aren't in power. They can't actually do anything right now. They're not going to listen to empathy or reason or what have you, and I don't like this Wheel of Fortune. Because on the right, they're just stirring for ratings, for money, for power. They're just stirring. Kristen, yes, Marjorie Trader Green calls for, quote, taking out enemies in Washington after the Trump raid. Huh. I get this. I think Swalwell and his family will be okay. But they're in danger. Yeah, they've got a lot of protection around them. But they're in danger. And there's the right, just stirring up the base. All right, what about other politicians at 102.30? The danger being stirred up. How much? Danger being stirred up. How? I'm just going to make this bigger so you can see it better. All right, I like this. I like where it ends. Yeah. Okay. There's the Hermit and the corrupt Republicans right in the middle. They are out of power. In the past, they could do a lot with the Orange Menace. And at the base of this is them not being able to do dirty politics anymore, actually being held accountable. And hanging above it is we're not going to take it. You mean you being treated like everyone else in the country? Yeah, what a shocker. And so they're just stirring things up and hoping it's riling up the base and it's going to get their voters out for the midterms. Home environment, children are being threatened. Hopes and fears, what other people see. We're seeing the extremists come out. This is my card of the white supremacy, and they're that disgusting ilk. But it's all out in the open. Joanne says, isn't it against the law to threaten people? Yep. Yes, people in public office do. Are we going to, there's this huge ramp up in violent rhetoric, calls for violence. Will something happen that will suddenly stop? Investigations. That's all I'm getting. Yeah, they're trying to stir up the base to get them out for the midterms. Everyone who threatens needs to have law enforcement come down on them. Yep. They need to be held accountable. This is very much a This is that, Pluto is at the very end of Capricorn. Next year, it starts going into Aquarius. This is that balance between the elite, the hierarchy, and the revolutionary. And Pluto digging all of this up, because these people are being told day in and day out, everything's being taken from you, it's being stolen from you, we're losing our country. I mean, you listen to the Trump speeches, and I have, even the recent ones, they're vile. Stir it up, continuing to stir things up. The best thing that could happen right now is law enforcement. Well, it's not the best thing. The best thing is everyone to say no violence. But the best thing that is actually could happen is law enforcement. I've got law enforcement at the beginning. I've got law enforcement at the end. That's it. That's all that really can be done here. It's not good, though. Judgment, Trump versus Biden. That hierarchy, revolution, yep. Okay. So, cult members listening to the Republicans and their calls for craziness. I hate to ask this. Is it going to lead to not necessarily something against a politician, but is it going to lead to some kind of large scale? I shouldn't have to ask this. This should not just be like, no, it couldn't possibly lead to any kind of large scale attack or inspired. Yuck. It's going to just inspire any kind of large scale attack. I'm not liking this. At first it's like, okay, great. I don't have a tower moment. I don't have the devil. I don't have the death card. This is good, but it's not, because it feels like them pulling in more insular, more firmly inside the bubble, like a tick, just digging in deeper and deeper and deeper with every legal truth, with every indictment that's going to come out. There are these people, they're just going to see it as we're being attacked. We have to pull together, rally around Trump. It's icky. It's very much like an evil little tick, and it's just all the energy. Because I would think at that point, is there some point at which that comes back out? Law enforcement, hurry. No, seriously, hurry. Yeah. The faster law enforcement works, the faster that people who are making the threats are taken into custody, the sooner all of the cases against Trump are brought to legal fruition, the safer we're going to be. Right now, this is down to law enforcement, and that's what we're waiting for. So, all right. Well, that's going to do it for me for today. But we're going to get through this. All right? We're in this together. You're not alone. And we have a great community here. You can do is just come by and say, hey, am I alone? And they'll say, no. There are good days ahead. There are good cards here. We just need law enforcement. Come on. But there are good days ahead. There are. And the reason that they're acting like such idiots is because they're not in power. So if you're worried at all or you're having any kind of trouble resting or relaxing, just think, President Biden is in power. Yeah. Kamala Harris, our first female woman of color, Vice President of the United States, in power. We have the majority in the House. Nancy Pelosi is in charge of the House. It's really, really tight in the Senate, but we still control what makes it to the floor and who's in charge in the committees. So, rest. We'll get through it, okay? We'll get through it. We'll get through it together. I will be right back here at noon tomorrow, Chicago time. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. At 4 o'clock, I'll be over on the Book Art Media channel to do creative sprints. You're always welcome. All right, so hang in there, and see you tomorrow.